The question is, how long are my legs? Let's figure this out. Oh, are those long legs? Are those? Choi-Lee Hockey here with the blue futon, looking at Longlegs. Okay, not looking at reviewing Longlegs. Okay, uh, what's this movie about? You could call it a simple premise about, I'd say we're in the 90s. Don't know when, just know it's in the 90s. And there's a serial killer, Longlegs. 10 families have been murdered brutally. They don't know how Longlegs has done it. It's basically murder, suicide, murder, suicide, murder, suicide. And the only freaking evidence is a Zodiac style letter. Now, the FBI agents got to figure out what the hell is going on, because she's like almost half psychic and she could slowly figure out what is going on. So this is in 3 parts, people. You have the first one, which is, I totally forgot what it's called. The second one's like all of the things. And the third one is birthday girls. And we get a interesting story with Nicolas Cage playing the most bonkers role yet. Yes, you could say some of his more bonkers roles, maybe, I don't know, Con Air. You could say some other ones, but I think this one puts the makeup on him and he steals the freaking show. Absolutely bonkers, absolutely ridiculous. The voice he does, crazy. How they portray him and show him is absolutely fantastic. The way they were showing him for the first, I would say, 40-ish minutes of the movie was like only half of a face. Half of a face. And I really dug that because it felt like we weren't going to get the full picture of him. But we do get the full picture of him at the very end, and I really dig that. The acting by everyone else involved, absolutely fantastic. The girl, monotone as all can be. The beginning with the house, 35-34, 35-25, didn't see that coming. There's a lot of things in this movie I didn't see coming. I see some inspirations with Sinister, with Seven, and other movies kind of like that cynical-esque 7 gate or 8 is it 6 gates of hell, Revelation, whatever, the Dante's Inferno type of hell. Just that type of sinister, fucked up, gluttony. Gosh dang it, I'm an idiot. But that style of filmmaking, it really does show. His other movies have been kind of PG-13-esque and are at the same time of this type. Like his last movie, if I'm not mistaken, was Gretel and Hansel. If I'm not mistaken, Shout Factory just did a release of that one. I haven't seen it in quite some time, so I got to go back to it. But I did feel that, overarching premise is just fuckery with it. How this movie looked, fantastic. It was all outside, no soundstage that I could tell. Maybe there's like 1 or 2 sound stages like in a barn, because there was one lighting effect I kind of noticed. Like it's dark outside, how that light come out with all the freaking crazy ass clouds up, in the sky. Bonkers. It looked freaking good. The score / music, it's pulsating. That's the right word I want to say, because every time like something happens, it pulses. It pulses at you and it sticks with you, and it's freaking crazy. Of course, you're gonna get 2 different style of filmmaking. You're gonna get the when she's a kid, the flashbacks, and then real time. So that's when the camera changes back and forth. All right, what doesn't work? Some of the story. When the final reveal of what is actually occurring occurs, because there's this crazy thing with these dolls and these orbs and, serial killer, Satan, Mr. Underground, things like that. Really creepy until a point where it almost gets like, far-fetched. And you know exactly the moment I'm talking about, where you're just like, oh, so is the psychicness not really real? What is going on? And then you can just understand what is happening at the end. But then I also rethink about it of, did the ending have to happen because something happened beforehand? Or is it just to close the gap through and throughout? Also, at the very, very end, if you do run out of something, there's other things in the house. Hammers, knives, curve stomps. You could do something like that. And that's all I'm going to say on that level. So there were things in the final part of the movie which I'm going to say it didn't connect as well as I wanted to, or it just didn't make sense in my opinion for where the story was trying to go and what the overall conclusion was. But overall, Longlegs is probably an experience that you probably haven't seen before. Yes, you might see like some similarities with, like I said, Sinister, Seven. And while I was in the movie theater, there's another theater. Oh yeah, there's like a Conjuring-esque feel, like a James Wan, when it deals with the eyes and the doll, and you kind of see that in the trailer. Like, that is very much like a James Wan type of thing, but it really works. So overall, this is my second overall. Sorry about that, folks. Longlegs. Atmosphere, top notch. Nicolas Cage, top notch. Put him in the Oscar nominations for Best Supporting Actor. Do it. It's seriously that good. The music, pulsating. The overall just feel of the movie, creepy as shit. However, I think it really is intriguing until the third act, part 3, which I question what is actually occurring, the believability of it, and just the why factor of, was that really necessary? And I guess also, when you think about the Mr. Underground of where this is actually occurring, and it makes you wonder, like, is there a spell? Like, is this witchcraft? Is this voodoo? It really doesn't explain, but it makes you go, how did this all occur? So Longlegs will receive a 4 out of 5 Futons, which equals that 80%. So see the critics and user scores gave this one. So we have Longlegs a 92% with 100 of them. In my first reaction, I assumed the audience score between a 68 and a 72. It's at a 56 right now. I do think that's going to go up after people think about it, but that's where it is right now. 100 audience, fewer than 50 critics. Here's cricket, or you know what I mean, audience, critic consensus. Saturated in disquietly mood while leveraging a nightmarish gonzo performance by Nick Cage, Longlegs is a satanic horror that effectively installs panic. Is it panic? Maybe. It's interesting. Let's see what the actual audience reviews. We have a 1 out of 5. We have a 5 out of 5. A 3.5 out of 5. A 2 out of hype. So a lot of people are saying, you know, overrated. Some people are saying it's boring. Some people are saying it wasn't as scary. I think people want the instant gratification, and this movie doesn't give it to you. 56, 92, 80. Chase Leak here at the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. One more thing is Butantopia. You Blue Futonians, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Looking forward to stay tomorrow, week, from a month, or a year. Love every single freaking love you. Did you like my legs? All right, let's look at my neck, my back. Ooh, look at that long leg. Ooh.